Hello, welcome back to Al Talks. This podcast I started 3 years ago to chronicle me starting stand up. This podcast is a weekly podcast. It comes out once a week, and this is just a small little introduction video into the podcast. So, down below in the description of each episode, you can go to my Linktree and find links to everything connected to me. This podcast is available on YouTube, which you're watching it on right now, and also on Spotify. But yeah, that is just a small introduction into this podcast and everything that goes along with it. Hello, and welcome back to another comedy podcast. In this week's episode, I know I'm talking really monotone. In this week's episode, last week's episode was maybe a little heavy, but I felt there's something that had to be talked about anyway. This week's episode is a bit lighthearted. Yay! I recently watched a comedy special by a very, very, very funny comedian called Ralph Barbosa. The comedy special is called Planet Bosa. So what? How did I find it? To be honest, like Ralph Barbosa, I came across him a long time. No, not a long time ago. I'm just trying to think how I came across him. I think it was online, because I think at the time he was touring with another Mexican American comedian called Rainy Vaca, and I think they were. I think I seen Rainy and Ralph in a picture together. I was like, oh, who's this dude? It looks like a funny man. So I went and looked up his Instagram account and started looking at his clips, and I was correct. He's a very, very funny man. He lives in, I think he lives in Houston in Texas. Houston, or what's the one that Rogan is in? He's not in Austin. Maybe he's in. No, El Paso's not in. El Paso's in Texas. I don't know. I'm not great at American geography, but yeah. So he lives over in the state of Texas, and he's an American but of Mexican descent, Mexican American. That actually rhymes. But yeah. So this is Ralph Barbosa's second special. He had one on Netflix called Cowabunga, I think, or something, which I thought was a hilarious title. Cowabunga is, if you ever watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated cartoon that came out in the 90s, that was one of the things they said. Cowabunga, man. I think it was called Cowabunga. Let me check. I'm back. And we're back. And I also have to make a little edit, because I googled it there. It is Cowabunga. Ralph Barbosa does not live in Houston. He lives in Dallas, Texas, which he went to North Mesquite High School, because that was the thing on Wikipedia. I don't have no idea where that is. It's probably, I think he said he grew up in the suburbs. So, yeah, so he is, yeah, like I was saying, it was just, yeah, very, very funny comic. His first special was really good, and he's like, a lot of like Latin American comedians, especially like Mexican American comedians, they all get this like rep. They're always talking about what white people do, the other minorities in the U.S. do, and Ralph he's unique in the sense that he's not really doing that. He is, but in a different way. I really enjoyed, like, especially his, like I said, his first special was great, and then once I seen the announcement that it was coming to, it was actually released on Hulu, but thankfully, Hulu is now in Europe because of Disney Plus. So I was like, great, I can watch it, because I still can't get a whole. Well, there's one way. I don't know if I mentioned. I couldn't find a way to watch Mark Maron's special on HBO, but There is a way to we can do it in Europe, but I have to buy Sky Atlantic, I think it is, and they have HBO there. But I'm not paying for that, so I don't know if you could buy 1 month of it, or maybe I don't know if they have trials. But yeah, so maybe I'll see it in the future. Maybe I won't. We'll see. But yeah, so Planet Bosa was, as a stand-up special, very very good. Now, if you've been watching the show last couple of months, you would you would have heard that sometimes I'm critical of the last joke comedians used to close out the special with. In this case, at this stage when I watch specials and it comes to the end, I always, um, yeah, I always like, how like yeah. So the like, I said, like, sometimes I find it weird with the placement of jokes the comedians use, to end the special with, and then once the special had ended, Planet Bosa had ended, I was like, oh, that was great. And then I caught myself thinking about the end bit. I was like, oh, that was a good bit to end on. I was like, look. But yeah, just sometimes I find it strange, but because the joke, sometimes some comedians will, like, their second last joke will end. It's a better. I don't know. Look, I know, like, when people are putting together their hour, things move around and whatever, and but yeah, so him closing out with a great joke was very very funny. It was, like I said, he has a kind of unique perspective on doing stand up from his personal um, experience and stuff like that, which is very very unique to him, and it was a great special. And what else? Yeah, so it's just a very very good special. I really enjoyed it. I think that's pretty much it for this episode. I think I will watch. I will watch. Not really any upcoming news, to be honest. Just kind of same old stuff as before. Like I said, I'm taking a bit of a break. But in the meantime, I will be. What would I be talking about? Well, I'll just be kind of trotting along, I suppose. Still have weekly comedy episodes. At the time of recording, I haven't gone to see Jordan Jensen yet. That'll actually be Tuesday. Today's Saturday. This is also a couple of bulk records. So this will be, by the time this comes out, I will have went. Once again, I'm talking from the future, but this is the past. It's funny how recordings work like that, especially when I schedule them. But yeah, so, and then week after that, I'll be going to see Disturbed. So you'll have a Heavy Metal Memories episode from there, which I haven't done one in a while because I haven't gone to see a show in a long, long time. A metal or rock show anyway. And then that'll be the end of October, begin November. I have nothing planned, so like I said, the rest of the year we'll see. You'll still be getting episodes. Throw them out for funsies. There's actually another comedy special that actually that'll probably be after John Jensen episode. But yeah, stay tuned for next foreseeable future. There will be episodes. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so if you've got Disney Plus, go, or Hulu. If you live in the US, go watch Planet Bosa and then watch his other special, which is on Netflix. Kawabanga. Ralph is a very very funny guy. Really unique perspective on being a Mexican American. I'm gonna keep saying that from now on. I actually know a comedian that I worked with earlier this year, Laura Lopez, who's a Mexican American and also lived in Siberia, down south in Altai for a while. Yeah, she has had an interesting life, and now she lives over in the Czech Republic, one of my friends. So yeah, great success. But anyway, it's as per usual, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. All the links down below to everything, and I will see you in the next special. I don't have a special, not yet, and I certainly won't be on Hulu or Netflix. It'll be on YouTube. But yeah, so keep tuning in every week for new episodes where I talk about various things. But yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. All links down below to everything, and see you next week. Bye bye.